Hey guys, what's going on? Today I want to talk to you about my top 5 favorite locations to fly my drone in Northern Nova Scotia. So first, I think I'm going to define for you what I'm considering to be Northern Nova Scotia. That's going to be this area here, back up to the Amherst shore, and then back towards Advocate, through Parsborough, Economy, and back to Truro, that whole area. It's Colchester and Cumberland County. Number 5 on the list is going to be Tatamagouche, and the only reason that Tatamagouche isn't a little higher on the list is because it's a village or an area where there's people, and where there's people, you legally cannot fly within 30 meters of people, which complicates things. That said, there's plenty of places that you can easily pull over and get some beautiful views of Tatamagouche, the town and the bay. Once you're up in the air, you can fly over the bay and get a beautiful view of Main Street. You can easily see things like the beautiful Creamery Square with the farmers market, the old church. You can see plenty of old buildings along Main Street. One thing I want to throw in there, Tatamagouche is a beautiful spot to catch the sun going down with your drone. You can kind of catch it going down behind everything, and it sets over the water. It's very beautiful. So if you want to see a playlist to all my Tatamagouche and area videos, there's going to be a card on YouTube that'll pop out, and I'll have links to all these playlists in the description below. Moving along, number 4 on the list is going to be Five Islands. Five Islands is a beautiful location to fly the drone. You really get a good view of the Five Islands, the beaches, and the lovely little town right there. Plus the mountains, the Cobequid Mountains on the other side. You get all that in view with your drone, and sometimes there's a beautiful fog rolling in. It's really a fantastic place to fly the drone. I'd say the only reason why Five Islands isn't a little further up on the list is because of the provincial park right there. You can't actually legally take off and land within a provincial park in Nova Scotia, so for that reason it's not a little further up on the list. Moving along to number 3 position on the list is Londonderry. Londonderry is a former mining town, and for that reason there's some neat things to see, like the massive slag pile you can see with your drone. You can get a very good view of that. So across from the slag piles there's the Manager's Park, it's called on Google Earth anyways, along the Great Village River, and there's a couple waterfalls you can see along there. You can get all this in on one flight legally within the 500 meters of the slag piles to the waterfalls up by the Manager's Park. And if you want to head up just a little bit further past the Manager's Park towards Sutherland's Lake, and that's on Westchester Road, just a little ways. If you're not familiar, there's a 1-lane bridge overlooking the gorge, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you can find a nice spot to pull over, you can get some really nice views of the gorge, the valley that's there. Fall is an amazing time to fly the drone in this area. And a little bonus, aside from the super tall bridge overlooking the gorge, there's a little bit of a waterfall right there. If you can head in there at fall, any time of year is beautiful, but fall, and I imagine there's some nice shots to get in the winter, summer, but fall, there's a lot of hardwood trees along there, so you get a lot of color going on, and there's a little waterfall just below the bridge that you can capture as well. Just be careful where you stand, because there's some traffic there of people heading to Sutherland's Lake and other points along there, so just be sure that you're courteous to drivers and find somewhere safe to pull over and fly your drone. I'm going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is the Tidal bore, where it comes into Truro all the way along the Cobequid Bay, Maitland all the way to where it comes into the Fundy Interpretive Center. You can fly the drone almost anywhere without worrying about people and traffic or anything like that, and you can follow the Tidal bore in a long ways. Here's a playlist for that, and there's videos that I have for good examples of where you can fly on that. Plus I have a video on that playlist that offers my top 5 places to actually view the Tidal bore in the Truro area. So if you are interested in flying your drone to capture the Tidal bore, I recommend checking out that video. So number 1 place I have on my list to fly your drone in Northern Nova Scotia is the Advocate or Advocate Shore. Along there you can come across the Cape d'Or Lighthouse. There is a couple provincial parks along there, so you want to be careful where you take off and land, but in my opinion, Cape d'Or rivals Peggy's Cove. It's not as crowded yet. Things are starting to kind of pick up for touristy locations around Nova Scotia, especially with COVID, but Cape d'Or has massive cliffs where there's no cliffs like that along, quite like that I should say, along by Paggy's Coves. They're massive and they look like they're a different rock. I'm not a geologist by any means, but it's an amazing spot, and there's a nice little restaurant there. You can stop and get yourself something to eat. Great place to fly the drone. Just be courteous of other people that are out adventuring along the cliffs, that you're not flying your drone and kind of taking over the space. So just always be courteous of everybody, because we want these locations to be drone friendly locations for everybody to enjoy and get nice pictures. Guys, that's it. It was a quick video. Thanks for sticking along to the end. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. See you later.